We are on the page number 59 for economics. Now, while resuming the chapter, there is a case that Ford Motor, an American company, is one of the world's largest automobile manufacturer with production spread over 26 countries of the world. So that is basically, we all know Ford is company is well-known company. That is here it is written that is American company. American company. Why they are saying? Because the head office is in America, and then the branches are in other nation. So that is why it is an American company. Where your head office lies, there the companies belong to that particular country. So this is American company. Is one of the world largest automobile manufacturer with production spread over 26 countries of the world. They are having their branches in 26 countries. Fine. And you can imagine what the turnover they are having and profit they are earning. Now Ford Motor came to India in 1995 and spent 1700 crore to set up a large plant near Chennai, and this was done in collaboration with Mahindra and Mahindra, a major Indian manufacturer of jeeps and trucks. You know Mahindra and Mahindra, that is an Indian company. Why I am saying this is Indian company? Because head office is over there in India. By the year 2017, Ford Motor was selling 88,000 cars in Indian market. So this is the quite a big sale in the country, and there what they have done for expanding their business in India. They just did the collaboration with Mahindra and Mahindra. Collaboration means they will enjoy each other's investment and technology and all, and it depends upon the agreement what they are having. Now Ford Motors was selling 88,000 car in Indian market, while another 1,81,000 car were exported from India to South Africa. So the more they have exported rather than to sell it out in the country, so that is exported from India to South Africa, Mexico, Brazil and United States of America. Now the company wants to develop Ford India as the component supplying base for its other plants across the globe. So that is it is also a company which is basically providing the base to other plants according to across the globe, means in the all other nations. So that is also providing the base, industrial base for to all other nation. So this is the Ford company. And now these are the questions given over there, that read the passage on the left and answer the question. Would you say Ford company is a multinational corporation? Why? Definitely it is a multinational corporation. Why? Because the Ford company is an American company. They are having their you can say branches in other countries. So that is why it is a multinational corporation. What is multinational corporation? Which are the company which is having head office in one country and then branches in another country. So that is the Ford is a definitely multinational corporation, because that the head office is in America and the branches in 26 countries, 26 nations you are having. So this is the multinational corporation. Why? The reason I have given. Now what is a foreign investment and how much did Ford Motor invest in India? So this is the amount is given, that 1700 crore they have invested in India. And this is a foreign investment even, because this is a foreign investment for India, because the investment is coming to India from America. So because Ford is an American company, so this is a foreign investment for India also, because they have invested such a big amount in the country. So definitely if this 1700 crore has been invested, so definitely it will produce goods and services, you can say the Ford Motors of that, and gives employment in the country. Now the third question is, by setting up these production plants in India, multinational corporations such as Ford Motor tap the advantage not only of the large market that country such as India provide, and but also the lower cost of production. Explain the statement. Definitely you just notice with this paragraph that Ford company has sell out the 88,000 car in India, but 1,81,000 they exported from India to South Africa, because they have used all the resources India is having, like manpower and other raw material and all the other resources they have used, and exported such a big amount, such a big number of car to South Africa, Brazil or many other nation. So in this way we can say definitely all the resources has been enjoyed by the Ford, and making the car and sell it out to the other countries and having the profit out of that. Now what do you think that company wants to develop India as a base for manufacturing car component for its global operation? Discuss the following factors. So what are the factors basically pointed over there? Cost of labor and other resources in India. So what is the cost and other labor resources in India? Definitely that is very cheaper. India is overpopulated country, so labor is very cheaper over there. Here you can get the labor, and with the labor you can get any type of work, because labor is a human being over there, so that can be used in any way. And then other resources are also easily available over there, like raw material for the car. Then the presence of several local manufacturers who supply auto parts to Ford Motors, that is also there. I just told you that this is an overpopulated country. All type of people you can find out over there. All type of workers you can find out over there. So there is a local manufacturer. What are the local manufacturer? Local manufacturer who do the manufacturing process in the country and provide and make the part as per the instruction given by the Ford company to these local manufacturer, and give this and sell out this part to the again Ford company. But they are not having any tag for this. All the brand that has been used for the फोर्ड अपना खुद का ब्रांड यूज़ करता है लोकल मैन्युफैक्चरर से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करवा के अपनी इंस्ट्रक्शंस पे. इफ़ लोकल मैन्युफैक्चरर्स आर नॉट एबल टू प्रोवाइड that part or that particular material as per the instruction of Ford company, that has been rejected by the Ford company, and there is no way to purchase those things again by the Ford company. The instruction has been given clearly to these local manufacturers, and that they has to follow while making the production. And then these local manufacturers provide that particular thing to the Ford company. So they are basically known as subsidiary company, and many for all the cars there are many subsidiary company behind that. So this is that's why they are talking about the local manufacturer. Now the next is closeness to a large number of buyer in India and China. Definitely a large number of buyer in India and China, they both are the neighboring country, so they can get the benefit of India and China, and they can get the benefit of resources from these countries also, these two countries also in the same way. Now the fifth question is, in what ways will the production of cars by Ford Motor in India leads to interlinking of production? So interlinking of production is there because now there India is basically Ford is an American company, and there the Ford company is coming to India and collaboration with the Mahindra & Mahindra, and then produce the car, and then they export it to all the European countries like South Africa, Mexico, Brazil, and the United States of America, and all that. And then company wants to develop a Ford India as a component which is providing the base to other nation as across the globe, which is near to India also. So basically it is interlinking of production, because many countries are involved over there, but the Ford is not only belong to the India, that is the American company over there. So there is an interlinking of production, as you have noticed in other example also, that there is a company where that is given in the example over there, Cargill Food. Likewise, many of the production activities of Cargill Food is going on in other countries, and likewise there are many companies where the things are getting done in other countries, like production activity is doing in other country, then marketing part is in another country, then the after sale service given by the other country. So likewise all these activities are carried on in different countries, which is known as interlinking of production across the different nation. In what ways the multinational different from the other companies? So multinational corporation are having the head office in one country and then branches in another country, and like other companies, they are having their head office and branches in the same country. So that is why multinational corporation different from all the other companies. Now definitely multinational corporation are having a very huge turnover. They are having the turnover which can be equal to the GDP of the a particular or the developing nation. So they are having a huge turnover, huge resources they are having. They are always updated with, and it's very easy to expand for them. So these are the benefit with the multinational corporation. Now nearly all, famous question is, now all major multinationals are American, Japanese or European, such as Nike, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Honda, Nokia. Can you guess why? Because they are the developed nation. They are having their definitely in the thought process they are ahead. Definitely they are having more multinational corporations because they are the developed nation. They are doing so much on the research and inventions, and many migrations from other countries to these countries, and people are very, you can say, very intelligent people want to shift they want to migrate to these countries, and then they do all the experiments and all things over there. So that is why these basically all these developed nation, these are all the developed nation. Veto power they are having. Veto power, they are, all three countries are coming the veto power. So they are the developed nation, and definitely the nation will develop. The companies over there will be, definitely they will be developed also. Now foreign trade and integration of markets. What is that? For a long time, as you will, I will continue with the particular thing. Integration of markets, the same thing that you are one company is doing all the production activity, all the business activities in different countries to get the benefit of cost, labor, resources. For a long time, foreign trade has been the main channel connected countries. In history, you would see You would have read about the trade routes connecting India and South of Asia to market both in the east and west, and the extensive trade that took place along these routes. And also you would remember that it was trading interests which attracted various trading companies such as the East India Company to India, and when there is an basic function of foreign trade. And what basically they are just telling that foreign trade aspect of India, that in history we have read also that trade routes, various trade routes are connected with the India and South Asia. To get the benefit of this trade route, many companies entered, and East India was one of that, which entered the India and start to do the business over there, and which attracts this particular trade route attract many other companies over there towards India. So East India Company that belonged to England, and now that was attracted to the trade route, and after entering India, then they just saw that lots of resources are there and weakness are there. So that is why they just kept India. East India Company were indulging in all the trade activities over there, and then this company took out the freedom of India also. For the 100 year it was going on. Now, to put it simply, foreign trade creates an opportunity for the producer to reach beyond the domestic market. So if you are doing the foreign trade, definitely you are going beyond the domestic market. What is domestic market? Domestic market is a market which is basically belong to the one country, that is known as the domestic market. So if you are selling your product only in India, within India, that is you are in the domestic market. So that is the market of their own countries. Definitely producer can sell their produce not only in the market located within the country, but can also compete in the markets located in the other countries of the world. Definitely you are the companies are having the opportunities to sell out the product in the market of other countries, and definitely they are to face the competition which is going over there. Now similarly, for the buyer, import of goods produced in other countries, one way of expanding the choice of goods beyond what is domestically produced. So in the same way, what happened for the buyer, that import of goods produced in one country, that is you can say that is one way of expanding the choice of goods, because if you are having electronic item in your country, and now you are importing from other developed nation or some good companies to your country, you import more electronic item into your country, then definitely you are providing more choice to the consumer. So here this is expanding, that is also known as expanding the choice of goods beyond what you have produced in your domestic market. Now it's talking about China. Yeah, how can they left to China? Because China is having a very multinational corporation, and they are providing all type of goods to all over the nation. So Chinese toys in India, what they say that. Now with this example, they want to explain the effect of foreign trade through the example of Chinese toys in the Indian market. So Chinese manufacturer learn of an opportunity to export toys to India, where toys are sold at a high price. They start exporting plastic toys to India. Buyers in India now have the option of choosing between the Indian and Chinese toys. Definitely there was a very stiff competition between India and Chinese toys, and Chinese toys were liked by the consumer due to low price. Now because of the cheaper price and new design, Chinese toys became more popular in Indian market. Within a year, 70 to 80% of toy shops have replaced Indian toys with Chinese toys. Now the toy are now cheaper in India market than earlier. Definitely due to the import from China, the toys in India become cheaper. What is happening here? As a result of trade, Chinese toys come into the Indian market. In the competition between the Chinese and Indian toys, Chinese toys prove better. Indian toys have a better choice of toys, and Indian buyer is having, definitely they are having more choices, because now they are Chinese and Indian both, and they have to choose out of that, and they can compare with the quality and with the price also, and at the lower prices. For the Chinese toys market, this provides an opportunity to expand business. The opposite is true for Indian toy maker, but it was not opportunity for Indian toy maker, because they were not able to compete with Chinese toys. So due to this expansion of market, they were facing the problem, and they faced losses as these toys were selling much less. So this is a problem with the Indian toy maker or Indian producer of the toys. So that is also known as the opportunity to expand business for China, but not for India. So when you are interconnecting of production is there, when there is export import is there, then definitely it is very difficult for the domestic companies to compete with those companies which belong to the very developed nation, and they are having very high tech technology, and that which has not been researched out, or which has not been, you can say, founded out in the India. So that is why it is a problem for the domestic companies in India to produce the same toys with the cheaper cost and with the same quality. Many times Chinese toy has been criticized also. They are providing product over there due to cheapness. The products has been sold out to the large extent, so they started to provide a cheaper, more and more cheaper quality for the Indian toys, and that has been disliked by Indians also many times. Now in general, with the opening of trade, goods travel from one market to another. So opening of trade means you are open for export, import, and all the other foreign investment. Choices of goods in the market rises definitely, and price of similar goods in two markets tends to become equal. Then producer in the two countries now closely compete against each other, even though they are separated by thousands of miles, even though they are very distant from each other, country to country. But now the consumer are having the same choice in both the countries. Now the foreign trade thus result in the connecting the market or integration of market in different countries. So example can be asked that how foreign trade can be connecting the market or integrating the market in different countries. So you can give the example of this Chinese toys over there, that is given over there. So this is a question you are having over there. Now because interconnected, what they are connecting, they are interconnecting the Indian and Chinese market for both the producer, Indian producer and Chinese producer also. Definitely it will give a stiff competition to Indian producer. Now there is another thing, what is globalization. So what is globalization? Globalization is basically in the past 2 or 3 decades, more and more multinational corporations have been looking for location around the world which would be cheap for their production. So because all the developed nation, they are having lack of resources. Now they are searching for the nation which are having abundance of resources, and they are not used up to the capacity. So here the thing is there that multinational corporations have been looking for the location around the world which would be cheap for their production. Foreign investment or multinational corporation in these countries have been rising. That is why definitely for increasing the foreign investment, they want liberal policy. They want the right to use the resources as they want. So at the same time, foreign trade between countries has been rising rapidly. A large part of the foreign trade is also controlled by multinational corporation. So foreign trade has been controlled by the multinational corporation in all the ways. And for example, the car manufacturing plant of the Ford Motor in India not only produces car for the Indian market, it also export car to the other developing countries. Definitely they are producing for the country in which they are doing in which they have just started their branches or startup in their setup over there, and also they are doing the export from that country to other country, which is having a easy route over there and having the less cost of transportation over there from there, and also they are using all the resources to produce the goods and export car components for its many factories around the world. Likewise, activities of most multinational corporations involve substantial trade in goods and also services. So in the case of goods, services, they are doing all type of business over there. This is what you known as the globalization.